Hello students, once again I'm here with the topic fraction. So students, in the previous class we have discussed about the equivalent fraction, and today we are going to discuss about such type of fractions where you will get the same denominator, and what we call this type of fraction that we will do. And remember students, why we are doing this? Just what are the learning outcomes? Just it will help you in addition and subtraction of fraction. It will help you to compare the fractions. If two fractions are given to you, how can we compare two fractions? How can we find that two fractions are greater or smaller? How can we compare the fractions are greater or smaller? So students, now here I have taken see one diagram. See, in this diagram, what can we see? That total number of parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts are there. And here how many parts are shaded? Only one part is shaded. So how will I express this in fraction? 1 by 6. So next, let me draw another diagram. This is the another diagram. Here also let me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I shade this part and I have shaded this part. See students, when I shade these two parts, now in this fraction, in this one, how many parts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts are there. So 6 parts are there. So how many parts are shaded? 2 parts are shaded. Now students, here you can see one similarity. What is that? Here the denominators are same. In a fraction, if the denominators are same, then it is called like fraction. That means we are going to learn like fractions. We are going to learn about like fractions. And what is the why we are learning this? Just it will help us in addition and subtraction, and it enables us to compare the fractions. It means, how will I convert a fraction into like fraction? How will I add the fraction after converting into like fraction? That will help. So that's why first of all we should learn about like fractions. How can I convert a fraction into like fractions? Now students, so we are going to learn like fractions. So students, let me give you some more examples. Suppose 2 by 6. Let me take another example. 1 by 8, 11 by 8, 9 by 8, 7 by 8. Now what we call this? See here students, if we see the fractions, what we will find at? We will find in these fractions denominators are same. So students, what we can find? We can find that the denominators are same. So when the denominators are same, then we can say that they are like fractions. Now let us find out how can we compare the fractions. See, but suppose 2 by 5, let me tell 2 by 5, and I have given 1 by 6. Now how can I compare these two? That means, how can I say that which one is, what sign I will put? Should I put this one? Should I put this one? Or should I put equal? What sign I will put over here? Now how can I compare these two fractions? See students, there are two methods are there. First of all, let me convert this into like fraction. See students, the concept of LCM we have already discussed in the previous class. That means in the those chapters, factors and multiples. So that's why we will use that concept of LCM to convert this fraction into like fraction. See students, here 2 by 5 and 1 by 6. So first of all, let me take the LCM of this 5 and 6. Now, if I have to take the LCM of 5 and 6, what will I do? Like this we used to do. Here we can see that one is prime number, another is composite number. As we have already discussed in the previous class, if that means in previous classes, if one is prime number, another is composite number, to find the LCM, what I will do, LCM is equal to 5 multiplied by 6 is equal to 30. LCM is 30. So I will convert this fraction into like fraction. How will I convert? 2 by 5. What number I will multiply with this 5 to make it 30? So I'll multiply 6 over here. So once I multiply 6, I will multiply here also 6. That means that there is one more concept is there, concept of equivalent fraction. We did this in equivalent fraction. So now how much I got? I got 12 by 30. The next 1 by 6. So I have to make it 30 denominator. So what I will multiply? I will multiply 5 over here. Here also I will multiply 5. Now 5 by 30. Now students, what can we say that? Now I got 12 by 30. That means 12 by 30 and 5 by 30. It means that 2 by 5. 2 by 5 means how much? 12 by 30. That means I am dividing 12 in 30 equal parts. Then 1 by 6 means what? 1 by 6 means 5 by 30. I am dividing 5 into 30 equal parts. Once again I am telling you students, 2 by 5 means 12 by 30. I am dividing this 12 in 30 equal parts. I am dividing this 5 in 30 equal parts. Now when we compare these two, see, denominators are 30, these two are like fractions. Now in like fractions, wherever you find numerator is greater, that will be greater. Remember, wherever we find numerator is greater, that number will be greater. Now what can I say that 12 by 30 is greater? So 12 by 30 means 2 by 5. So I will put like this. So students, in this way we compare the fraction after converting it into like fraction. Now let us go to another example. One more example. This type of example I will give one more so that your concept will be clear. So students, one more example I am taking now. See here in this one, let me take another example. Suppose I have taken 2 by, let me take 5 by 8. I've given fill in the box over here. 7 by 16. Now again what will I do? I will take the LCM of 8 and 16. Now as we have already learned about the LCM in factors and multiple chapter, I will find the LCM of these two ways. We know the method, so let me show you 8, 16. How we find the LCM, though we have discussed earlier. 2 4s are 8, 2 8 are 16. 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are 8. Again 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. Now LCM is equal to 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. So is equal to how much? 16 is the LCM. That means I have to convert this into, the denominator should be 16. So now 5 by 8, by what number I will multiply to this 8 to get 16? I will multiply 2. Here also I will multiply 2. So 10 by 16. Then that means 5 by 8 I can write as 10 by 16. Then next it is 7 by 16. So is equal to 16 multiplied by how much equal to 16? That is 16 multiplied by 1. So once I have multiplied 1 over here, I will multiply 1 here also. So 7 1 ja 7, 16 1 ja 16. So is equal to how much I will get? 7 by 16. Now let us compare. So as I said that these two are like fractions. In like fractions, denominators are same. So if the denominators are same, wherever numerator is greater, that will be greater. That means 10 by 16 is greater. Now there might be one question. How can we say that denominator, if numerator is greater, then this will be greater? Now suppose, let me give you an example, students. Suppose this is a line of 10 centimeter and this is a line of 7 centimeter. Now if you divide this in 16 equal parts, if you divide this line in 16 equal parts and you are dividing this line in 16 equal parts, now think where you will get the larger part. Students, here I will get the larger part. Why? Because length is more. That's why 16 equal parts, that parts will be more. Here length is 7. If I divide this in 16 equal parts, parts will be small. If I suppose this is 3 centimeter, if I divide this line in 16 equal parts, it will be more smaller. Suppose this is 2 centimeter, 2 centimeter. If I divide this in 16 equal parts, it will be more smaller. So as we keep on dividing in 16 equal parts, this will go on, length will go on decreasing. So that's why wherever you will get the numerator greater, that number will be greater if it is a like fraction. So 10 by 16 is greater, it means 5 by 8 is greater. So students, in this way we convert a fraction into like fraction, then we compare the fractions, which one is greater. There is another method is there, by doing cross multiplication also we can find. That also I will show you so that your concept will be clear. So students, suppose it is given that I said that this is greater. Now let me check it out by doing cross multiplication. 16 multiplied by 5, 80. 8 multiplied by 7, 8 7 is 56. Now see, 56 is greater or 80 is greater. So 80 is greater, so that's why this is greater. In this way also we can do. But you should know how to convert a fraction into like fraction, because it helps us in doing addition and subtraction. So students, now let us do one more example. Let me do one more example. Suppose it is number is given like this: 1 by 2, 1 by 5, and here is 1 by 5. So how will you find which one is greater? How can we compare this? Now simple way we can compare like this: 5 1s are 5, 2 1s are 2. That means 5 is greater than 2. So otherwise you can convert into like fraction. How will I do? 2 and 5 LCM is 10. 2 comma 5. Let me rub this part. LCM is 10. 2 1s are 2. And since both are prime numbers, I will have 2 multiplied by 5 is equal to 10. So now what will have? 1 by 2 I have to make denominator 10. So 1 by 2 multiplied by 5. Here also multiplied by 5. I will get 5 by 10. Then next 1 by 5. What will I do? Multiply by 2. Multiply by 2 is equal to 2 by 10. Now 2 by 10 is greater or 5 by 10 is greater? 5 by 10 means 1 by 2. 1 by 5 means 1 by 5. 2 by 10 means 1 by 5. So now as we have already discussed, these two are like fraction, denominator same, here numerator is greater than numerator is greater. So that's why this will be greater. That means 1 by 2 is greater. So students, hope you have understood how to convert a fraction into like fraction. So in next class we might be discussing about how to convert a fraction into like fraction and how can we add the, how can we add the fraction. Those things we will discuss today. This much only we will do. We are not going to discuss any more thing. First of all, you should learn how to convert a fraction into like fraction. Hope students, today's class, how to convert a fraction into like fraction, you have understood. So your homework will be uploaded in the Google Classroom. So students, thank you and have a nice day ahead.